Hello, my name is Yasmin Springs, and I will be presenting the Alvarado Street Bakery Kanban board, just giving some information regarding the progress of the project and just the layout and format of the current status of each of the tasks for the project. So the purpose of the project is to move Alvarado Street Bakery into a global market. As you know, Alvarado Street Bakery is a very successful domestic bakery within the United States and within some countries outside, including Mexico and Kuwait and places of that nature. But we are looking to move the company actually into more of a South American region. So what we wanted to do was actually design a project that will allow us to keep track of everything and all of the tasks that are involved into moving the bakery into a global market. The Kanban board will be demonstrating the current progress of the project and provide guidelines of the current status of each of the tasks that needs to be done so that we can make sure that everything is current and that we are actually on task and on schedule for moving the bakery into a global market. And also we will be going over the list of the policies for the Kanban board so that we can ensure that we are keeping track of the tasks and making sure each of our team members on the project as well as the executive project team managers do understand how we'll be flowing our policies. So this is the Kanban board. As you can see, we do have everything demonstrated here. As you can see in the first column there, we have our proposed, committed, build, test, and delivery. And in each of these sections, basically what we did was we sectioned them off to give us an idea of what each task needs to be done so that we can ensure, like I said before, that we are on schedule. So I'll break down each task here for us in each column. So in our proposed column, this is pretty much the basis or the foundation of the tasks that we're going to do. So basically our project team pretty much thinks of ideas and will propose them to the project team and the executive project team. So things that we have proposed so far are the tax strategy plan, to develop a supply chain management plan, and develop a sustainability plan. And once we do propose those, we'll actually review those as a team, as the project team would. We'll review that, have that sent up to our project executive team, and they will actually go back and review just to ensure that everything is properly there, all of our ideas are correlating with what needs to be done for the project. After that, we actually would go into our committed phase. Committed basically meaning that we are taking this proposed idea or this proposed plan and we are going to go ahead and commit to it. So things I can give you an idea here, like our global marketing plan that was proposed, the executive team had reviewed it and approved it, and it is now in the committed status, as well as the strategy plan for connecting with the global government. That's also in our committed status as well. Now, things that are ready where we could actually go ahead and begin to build in would be our budgeting and operating cost plan. That has actually been reviewed through our project executive team. It's been returned back to our team who actually will be handling our budgets and operating costs for the project, and that is ready to go ahead and get built upon so that it can actually go through the final stages to ensure that it is correct. After you're in the committed stage, we'll actually begin to go into the building stage. And this is where the project team will work with other vendors, work with other project managers and team members to go ahead and make sure everything that's needed to be done is correctly being handled here. So in the build area, we actually can see in progress right now the Pareto chart, as well as the value stream map, and the big business organization plan. These are all in progress to build upon, which the team members will be working together to ensure that all of these are actually being done correctly. And then once those are finished, the project team has those finished, it'll actually go into the done phase, which you can see the implementation plan is there, as well as our crisis exercises. Now, once we have our project team has built upon that, it'll actually, before we have it reviewed by our project executive team, it'll go into the test category. Well, we'll go ahead and we'll try to, run a couple of tests just to make sure everything is aligned with what we're trying to get done here. So as you can see, currently in progress for testing is the failure mode and effective analysis, as well as risk scenarios. So what we're doing here is just making sure, we're throwing out getting maybe some feedback from customers, maybe just throwing out just a few ideas that need to be tested, and making sure that they are going to actually correctly align with what our goals are for moving the company into a global market. And then once it's actually tested and it does approve, or it does actually align with what we're trying to do, we would put that into the done category. And as you can see, as far as done for testing currently is the develop and follow 6 steps for the SBU, which is part of our budget and operating cost plan. And once we move that from the testing category, we would actually get almost finished to the delivery. Now, the delivery category actually is it's where we'll actually have our project team and our project executive team. This is where the project team, will actually work with the project executive team to deliver or present the task to the project executive team for approval. So currently in deployment, we have we need to actually train our project executive. So like I said, we're at the very base of the foundation of the project. So right now we're looking to go ahead and making sure our project executives are completely trained and aware of all the ins and outs of this project. And as you can see, currently deployed, meaning that this has been outside of that delivery project, and the project executive team has reviewed it, is our project charter, which is something we definitely wanted to get started on early. And once after everything goes through each of these phases, the last phase would be the validated stage. And this is the stage where the project executive team plays a huge role, because during this stage, this is where the team actually would review each of the tasks. And within these tasks, what they're going to do is actually go back, review, make sure everything is correct, everything makes sense, everything is aligned. And if something isn't, they'll actually have it sent back to the project team for review, and the project team could resubmit it. So currently, two tasks that has been validated is our project schedule, which is great, and then the decision on budget choices. And that is currently have been approved by our by our project executive team. And as you can see, this gives you a clear idea of each of the tasks that we still need to work on and the status of each. And like I said, they'll go in that alignment there, so to ensure that the project is currently still running and running smoothly. Next, we have our policies. Something that we definitely wanted to make sure, or to ensure during this project, is that we do have a list of policies so everyone understands where things need to be, and just to have some order and structure here. So our limit work in progress. The project team will ensure the work in progress will have a time frame of no less than a 1-week draft period and a 2-week total deadline. In the event a task takes longer in this period, the team will have the project team executives evaluate the task to ensure the task is being managed properly. So basically, just to ensure that tasks are not being left in a status where it's might not being completed or not getting to that validated stage, we do want to have a time frame, that our project team is working on things and making sure that it's getting reviewed by the project team executives in a timely fashion. Our policy for managing our flow and our monitor: the project team will produce a weekly update to the project team executive at the end of the business day on the last day of the work week. The project team executive will review the updates and monitor all task activity. and the event the project team executive does not receive a progress update from the project team, the team will need to present a task update presentation to be reviewed by the project team executive board. So basically, the way that we're looking to keep updated with everything that's going on within this project is having the project team present us with a weekly update, a weekly review, so that we can ensure that everything is moving in a timely fashion out of each of the tasks that we have in each of the categories that we have there as well in our Kanban board. And then adapt. The project team will work along with the project executives to ensure the business operations and project is adapting to the needs and the success of the project. So basically that's kind of straightforward there. No need for further explanation. And then as far as improving the process, the project is constantly changing and the project team will monitor any tasks that can improve the process. If the project team developed a process that can improve or benefit the project, the team can present the improvements to the project team executives for a review of efficiency. So, like I said, anything that, the project team comes along and they're noticing that, hey, maybe, with maybe our tax strategy plan, we may not actually need that to go through a deployment. Maybe we just need to have that sent directly to our project executive team for review. Then at that point, they can actually present that idea to the executive team to see why we wouldn't need to take that extra precautionary measure to make sure that everything is correct with that strategy. But if it is approved, then the project team could actually go ahead and make sure that it is submitted successfully to the project team executives so that they can review and then maybe have something like that validated at a quicker pace. Just to give you some examples. And pretty much that was the end there of the project. Like I said, we just wanted to give an example of the Kanban board just to give some strategy of what will be going on with the project as we're moving Alvarado Street Bakery into a global market. Thank you.